Behind me is the Los Angeles International Airport, and over there to the left you'll see the Thomas Bradley International Building, and you'll see the curved clamshell type building. That is the new wing of the airport to accommodate the A380 and other large aircraft. What is it like inside? Come with me and we'll see. We're talking with Gina Marie Lindsay, the Executive Director of Los Angeles World Airports. What a lot of our viewers may not know, that the A380 is such an enormous aircraft that one of the problems or challenges for airports was the fact that there is a top deck and a bottom deck. Give me some insights into the challenges posed by, getting that second and third jetway to the aircraft.
Thanks for asking, John, because, that is an invisible complication that most people don't think about. Normally, we have one passenger boarding bridge, and that's a relatively simple piece of equipment to operate. However, 3 makes it exponentially more complicated because you have one bridge that goes to the upper deck of the aircraft and then 2 that are on the lower deck of the aircraft. The proximity of those 3 hallways, essentially, they're automated hallways, makes it very complicated for the operator of the boarding bridge to be sure that they don't get those hallways too close together or too close to the aircraft. So you really end up having a much more complicated docking system that needs to be managed. There are not very many airports in the United States that actually accommodate the A380s well. And so we are on the forefront of actually building a terminal to accommodate them. And I don't think there are very many operated. When we look at how other people are operating 3 bridge boarding gates, we pretty much look to Europe.
What our viewers may not know is that Ms. Lindsay has a very extensive background in airport development in Seattle and is a real expert on that kind of thing. Give me some thoughts on how you view this new incredible building affecting tourism for Los Angeles.
Well, I think that people are bombarded with choice. And I believe the experience of using this terminal will help people decide that if they're transiting into the United States, maybe they want to go through LAX instead of some of the other options that they've got.
I want to acknowledge some of the people that are here with me today, including the President of the Board of Airport Commissioners, Michael Lawson. Well, Gina Marie Lindsay, the Executive Director of the Los Angeles World Airports. C.W. Fu, the Regional Vice President for the Americas for Singapore Airlines. Today we take another important step toward creating the LAX of the 21st century. And today we're showcasing the North Concourse and the 3 state-of-the-art gates here at the new Tom Bradley International Terminal. With these 3 gates and the North Concourse, we've reached another milestone in our historic $1.5 billion investment in the Tom Bradley Terminal project. By this summer, we'll have 9 gates open and the Great Hall, which will have the best concessions in the United States of America. And in fact, when this terminal is finished, we'll go from what many have characterized as the worst terminal, international terminal in the United States, to the best international terminal in the United States. And by completion, we'll have 18 gates. That's right, 18 gates in the terminal, 9 of which can accommodate the latest generation of super jumbo aircraft, the Airbus A380. Now, instead of the usual 1 or 2 doors for boarding, the A380 has 3. And as you'll see from the Singapore Airlines A380, our new gates can access all 3 doors on the plane. Passengers will enjoy a shorter and more convenient boarding experience, and the best part is that the new gates were completed on budget. Now, with this unveiling today, we're showcasing an airport that's safer, more energy efficient, and more customer friendly. It has the services and the amenities that today's passengers demand. We're investing in LAX because the world flies here. It's a domestic travel hub, it's a gateway to the Pacific Rim, and it's a central driver of our regional economy. When we're done, we'll have developed an airport that is more modern, more efficient, and more competitive. And in the sweep of its architecture, in the local flavor of its restaurants and retail stores, and now in the efficiency and upgrades of its terminals, we'll have an airport equal to the city's spirit and style. We'll have an airport to be proud of, an airport that says, this is LA. Thank you, and I'd like to invite the President of the Board of Airport Commissioners, Michael Lawson.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I want to thank Singapore Airlines and Chai Wu Fu for their confidence in us in transferring their daily Airbus A380 flights to our new gates here at the new Tom Bradley International Terminal. Gate 134 became operational last September. Gates 130 and 132 became operational last week. More than 30 airlines operate in Tom Bradley Terminal. All airline gate personnel would have to be trained and certified to use the new boarding bridges and their particular type of aircraft, which will take some time. Schedules will vary, but on average, between 12 and 16 arrivals and departures will take place at these gates every day, and that number will increase. We know people have to spend more time in airports, so for us, it's all about the passengers. We're spending more than $4 billion to create an airport that is safer, more energy efficient, and with the types of amenities that passengers demand.
So let me bring up Singapore Airlines C.W. Fu.
Mr. Mayor, Commissioner Lawson, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Singapore Airlines, it's indeed a privilege and an honor to join you to celebrate this spectacular new facility, the new Tom Bradley International Terminal. We are proud to be one of the first airlines to operate here and to take advantage of this environmentally friendly and efficiency-enhancing technologies found only at a small handful of airports across the US. Once again, Los Angeles is leading the way to the future, and we, as part of Singapore Airlines, are proud and pleased to join the journey. This terminal raises the bar on what customers can expect at LAX. It's a world-class standard that I know will make our customers feel right at home. Thanks to the A380's expanded capacity, we have the ability to bring more than 340,000 passengers through this terminal. These include Angelenos and travelers from everywhere in the region making trips abroad. This also includes tens of thousands of foreign visitors, many on their first journey to discover Los Angeles and all this great city has to offer. Finally, all of us at Singapore Airlines extend our appreciation and congratulations to LAWA for their partnership, their vision, and their commitment to excellence in designing a new and more competitive LAX. Thank you and good afternoon.
Thank you. And if you have to go, if you have to leave,
Sure.
we're fine.
There's no denying that these are big aircraft, and the airfields we have were designed for aircraft that were much smaller than today's aircraft. So yes, I will tell you that from an airport perspective, we absolutely need to configure our airfields to meet the demand of today's aircraft. We're actually a little bit ahead of our most recent projections. British Airways yesterday announced a daily A380 between London Heathrow and LAX starting in October.
Whoa.
We cannot get these gates open fast enough to deal with the demand of the A380s that are coming in.
Do you have any final thoughts about tourism here and what the A380 and this building will do for all that?
Well, as I said, I think this building is going to be an absolute crown jewel. It's going to give us an appropriate front door to this world-class city that we haven't had for a long time.
Terrific. Thank you very, very much for your time.
John, thank you.
Okay, so next time you fly anywhere internationally, make sure you do it from the Thomas Bradley International Building, the new International Building, where you can board the huge A380 and all the other big jets of today's era. Until next time, I'm John Clayton. Thanks for watching.